In life, you can take a safer route or you can take your own route. And that takes some bravery. Be calculated on your moves so you're not going to hurt yourself financially, but look at it as an adventure.
Cash flow is definitely something that we all have to learn to contend with. I'm not a not-for-profit. I came for the money.
It's literally a flow, so it's up and down. As much as I try and create consistency around it, the reality is, especially at the start, there was going to be ebbs and flows.
When I have low months, I still have that flicker of panic. What I actually started doing is not thinking about earnings monthly. I try to set quarterly goals financially. Most of my projects are from Upwork and most of them come my way. I will have to apply for them. When I have low months, I will go, and apply to projects.
I think some of the remedies to help with cash flow is to constantly have a sustainable lead generation system so that you're not worried about constantly, oh my God, am I going to have another client for the next couple of quarters, right? But sometimes it happens. It happens to the biggest businesses. It's a part of the process, and educating yourself on how businesses run will alleviate the anxiety of feeling alone as a freelancer.
And sometimes you have to hang on to that steady job that you've had to transition into something else. That's what I did with my voiceover work. I was a flight attendant for airlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you sitting on the left side of the aircraft, if you look out to the distance, you're going to see Cloud 9. If you're having difficulty finding it, it's right in between in the middle of 8 and 10.
Something I would definitely recommend people look to do is to make sure you put a little bit extra in for savings, even if it's $20. That's going to compound over time. But if you don't do it now, chances are you're not going to do it as you grow. So get in the habit of doing it now.
You do need an emergency fund. For me, an emergency fund is like 5 or 6 months of my regular expenditure. It really gives me the freedom to say no to projects that I don't feel are aligned to what I want to do, or to say no to clients I feel are not really, on the same line with how my process is. Once I started to understand and to know how to value my work, I also started to accept only projects that really fulfill me, also financially and also career-wise.
You don't get 5 years in without a refund request, without somebody not missing a payment. And it's not something it's like, oh, if it happens. It's like, when it happens, what's your policy?
I was never in that situation because I always did what Upwork taught me. I never start a project unless I have my milestones funded.
I've had a couple of clients who it's taken them longer than expected to pay me. So Upwork just notified me, go, hey, pause the work. We're just working something out in the background. It took a lot of the stress away from me having to chase something.
When I have clients outside of Upwork, I prefer to bring them on Upwork because of the payment protection and because Upwork ensure I will be paid on time. And this is a big thing for me and for my relationship with my clients.
Get with a good financial advisor and talk with them about how to best set up your business. There are plans out there where you can get group insurances today that are more cost effective. There are savings plans like 401ks that you can create for yourself as well.
Only when I started to take my finances and taxes seriously did I start to also earn more money. I started to understand how money works. So I educated myself on how to invest my money, participating and being part of communities of both freelancers and financial professionals. And part of those communities are education and courses and workshops where you can learn how to invest your money. So it's very important to connect with people who can help you understand how taxes and financial work.
One of the hardest times in my entrepreneurial journey was I planned out the next year and I was really getting in the groove, and then all of a sudden a massive pivot came in when I found out I was 4 months pregnant. How do I have a child and a business? I don't know what to do. I had to grow quicker than I was ready to. But after I had my son, I found I was so much more creative in my business, which innovated in a way I wasn't expecting. And it turned out that it evolved a lot more than I'd even thought possible.
Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks for freelancing on Upwork.